Oh no, we got a mobile order! 10 salted ones and 10 spicy ones. They said they're gonna be here in 30 minutes. Okay. My name is Atsushi Usami. I'm 27 years old. I used to work at a restaurant for 4 years. I recently opened a takeout karaage shop in the shopping district.
20, please, with tartar sauce.
Alright, I'll be ready in about 15 minutes. Take this number slip.
All right. I'll be back once I'm finished shopping.
Okay. It's been 1 month since the store opened and we were really busy. We received more customers than I was expecting and there was a constant stream starting from 10 a.m. when the store opened to 8 p.m. when the store closed. Tama-chan, today was a really busy day again. Let's finish cleaning and go home. Yeah, I'm so tired. My feet hurt. I want to go home and sleep. Shouldn't we hire part-time workers? Yeah, but it's only been 1 month since we opened, and we might only be receiving so many customers because of the novelty. I don't want to hire people then have the number of our customers decrease. Besides, we're managing just the 2 of us. At the moment, me and my old friend Tama-chan run the store, but we were always exhausted by the end of the day. The shopping district is near the station, so I expected to receive a lot of customers at first. Just not this much. Yeah, it's a good thing though. Thankfully, the store is currently popular and we're currently making money. Even though I'm really busy now, I'm a lot more financially stable than I was in the past.
A motorcycle accident? You're free to do whatever you want, but just take care of your body.
Sorry. I used to be a delinquent. Both you and your father are scum, it seems. His name is Asami. He's my age and has been my neighbor since I can remember, which means that he also knows a lot about my family situation. I already know what's gonna happen to someone like you in the future. Well, I do pity you for being born into a low-class family. Your mom is too kind. She should have left you a long time ago. Asami is right. I've caused a lot of trouble for my mother until now. My father was a gambling addict and borrowed tons of money under my mother's name, but died before I could pay it back. My mother raised me while working part-time, while also paying off my father's debt little by little. If I wasn't here, Mom might have been able to get divorced with Dad. I dropped out of high school and instead started working part-time so I could help Mom pay off the debt. But at the time, I was really short-tempered, and I was never able to hold the same job for long.
Atsushi!
Oh, Yuria-san.
Don't worry about what Usami-kun says. I'm sure your mom doesn't think that way about you.
Yeah.
Your mom always brags about you when she comes to our cafe.
Yuria-san is 2 years older than me and works at a cafe nearby. She always talks to me whenever she sees me, and I've looked up to her ever since I was a teenager.
Eat this! They're sandwiches that didn't get sold at the store.
Well, thank you.
Is there something on your mind? Do you want to talk about it at my place? You're still working part-time and contributing money, right?
Yeah, but I always get into fights with the other employees and get fired.
Do you want me to introduce you to somewhere good then? Someone I know runs a restaurant.
I don't want to get into a fight with an acquaintance of Yuria-san, so I'll be careful. She introduced me to her acquaintance, and the owner was a good person who started his own izakaya at 22. He was only 5 years older than me, but very reliable. One day, about 3 months since I started working there, I think I'll be able to continue here. Hey, Usami, start working in the kitchen from tomorrow. What? I'm fine working as a waiter. Just try it out. It wasn't a large store, but the owner taught me how to cook. Until then, I had no skills in particular. But now I could cook. I was really happy.
Are you sure about 150,000? What about your own allowance?
Don't worry about me, just pay back the debt first. I worked part-time as much as I could and gave almost all of my salary to Mom.
Thank you, Atsushi.
Yeah. I went to Yuria-san's cafe once a week since I wanted to talk to her, but around 4 years later, I started working at the izakaya.
You've been working there for 4 years now, right, Atsushi? I'm so proud of you.
She's still treating me like a child. It's thanks to you introducing me there.
Oh, by the way, I'm returning to my parents' house in the province.
What? When?
Next month.
I see. You're not gonna change your phone number, right?
Yeah.
To be honest, I was really sad when I found out I wouldn't be able to see Yuria-san anymore. But since I was only the person who was always being helped by her, I couldn't say anything about it. I tried to not think about it by staying busy.
Do your best, okay?
I'll call you.
Yeah. Call me if anything happens.
A few months after Yuria-san left. The izakaya's owner said he was gonna close down the store and start a new one in the neighboring province, which meant that I was gonna lose my job. Thanks for everything until now. I'm planning on starting my own store after this. Good idea. Just as I thought at first, you have a talent in cooking. Taking on new challenges is a good thing. You can always ask me for advice. Thank you. Do your best. I started preparing 6 months before I planned to open, and it finally happened 1 month ago. Considering you're a high school dropout, it was pretty smart of you to pick a business where you don't need a lot of funds to get started. You must have a lot of time on your hands visiting my store every day. Huh? I'm just on my way home. I want to see just how long your store lasts before closing down. Asami runs a cram school not far from my store, and every day for the past month he's been coming by in the morning and at night just to insult me. You're probably gonna get a lot of customers at the start because of the novelty, but I'm sure they're gonna get bored in half a year. A year at most. Well, we'll do our best to make sure that doesn't happen. He's such a jerk. I know how he feels wanting to make fun of me, though. Well, yeah, I know that both you and me aren't exactly great people, but… See? 3 months passed since the store opened, and there was no sign yet of business slowing down. We should hire people soon. Yeah, the two of us isn't enough. I thought the customers were only coming since the store was new, but they kept coming back, and now the store is busier than it was at the start. I would be able to try out new things if we hired more people as well. Yeah, I'll post an advertisement. Apparently, not only people who live nearby, but people who have to get on the train come to our store as well just to buy our karaage.
My friend told me that this store's karaage was unforgettable, which is why I came.
Thank you. They became regulars and told even more people about our store, which is why sales were increasing by the day. We hired 2 part-timers, one who worked from the morning to evening, and one who worked from the evening to when the store closed. We were just a small karaage store, but our sales were way more than I was expecting.
Hey, owner, why don't we make lunchboxes with rice, sliced cabbage, and karaage and sell them?
That's a good idea. A lot of office workers come to our store during lunch break to get our karaage as a side dish after all.
Yeah, the lady who works at the bank nearby said that she always buys an onigiri from the convenience store and eats some with her karaage for lunch.
Should we try it?
We should add sauces too.
Sauces?
Yeah, I like spicy things, so maybe jalapeno.
We incorporated our workers' ideas, and we started getting even more customers. Looks like your store is holding out for longer than I was expecting. We're getting by. After a year, our store had been featured in magazines and on TV. And since the owner of the cafe next to our store is gonna retire, we're gonna rent the lot next to ours. So we're expanding? Yeah, it's gonna be an eat-in space. My mother is gonna work as a waitress there. That sounds great! I haven't told her about it, though. However, I thought it was a good idea since business isn't going well at the store my mother works at, and she isn't able to get a lot of shifts anymore. Hey, Mom! I told you about how my store was going well recently, right?
Yeah. My friends all said that your karaage was delicious. I'm so proud.
We're gonna be renting the lot next to ours soon and turn it into an eat-in space. Could you quit your current job and work there as a waitress?
What? Really? I don't know if I'd be able to do that.
Of course you can.
You're so kind, Atsushi.
I'll do my best.
I used to cause a lot of trouble for her, but Mom supported me without saying any complaints. The truth is, I just wanted to help my mom. But since she was naturally a calm and friendly person, it looked like their customers really enjoyed talking to her. It was a good idea hiring your mom. Yeah. Hey, are you sure suddenly expanding your business is a good idea? I thought it would be best to earn money while we can. Your mom is always too kind to you. That's why you turned out the way you are. Oh yeah, she is. Asami kept insulting us, but just 2 years after opening, we got first place in the B-grade gourmet ranking. I received proposals from major food companies asking whether I wanted to start an izakaya that sold our karaage. And in general, I felt like I was finally being recognized, which meant stable business. I have to leave early tomorrow evening, Tama-chan. You're going to visit the owner of the izaki you used to work at, right? Yeah. I haven't seen him ever since I went to celebrate the opening of his new store. I wonder if he's going well. I had decided that I would go and thank him if my store succeeded, right? Long time no see, owner. Oh, you saw me. Long time no see. Yes, business has finally stabilized a bit, so I came to visit. Yeah, I saw your store in the magazine and on TV. Impressive. It's thanks to you. The owner looked like he was doing well, but the izakaya was empty. Even though the store was still open, there weren't any customers and no other workers other than the owner. I'm thinking of closing this store down. I'm unmarried anyway, so I'm thinking of starting over again. Is there anything I can do to help you? I want to repay you. Yeah, it's fine. I didn't do what I did so you'd repay me someday. You shouldn't bother yourself with business that aren't going well when your business is. It's bad luck. But you yourself taught me how to cook when I was just a useless brat. I was a hopeless human when I first started working at his store. I had no guts and no will to improve. I was just a part-time worker with no particular merit. You said that the karaage I made was better than yours, which is why I decided to start a karaage store. Well, the truth is that I don't want to quit, but changing stores was just not a good idea. The next day, I contacted the company that had reached out to me about the offer. I received an offer asking whether I wanted to start an izakaya that sold our karaage. Why don't you come and work there? I received a pretty good offer from a major food company. That's an amazing offer, but are you sure you want me there? Actually, I kept turning down his offer until now, since I thought that you're the only one I thought could do it. We're short on staff, and I wasn't confident enough to do it on my own. All right, I'll give it a go then. Thank you. No, thank you, Usami. Thanks to Tama-chan and Mom's help as well, it was decided that we would be starting an izakaya at the shopping district. We became extremely busy having meetings with the company and stuff. You still plan on expanding? The only future I can see for you is one where you fail and fall into huge debt. He's the person who gave me another chance in life. People like you who can't separate their feelings from business don't succeed. I don't mind. This is the only way I can move forward. I've been worrying about a lot of things ever since I found out that the store owner was about to go out of business. I worried that while I was finally able to start living a comfortable life, someone I knew was having a hard time. Hello? Yuria-san? Long time no see. I called since business was finally starting to stabilize. Are you doing all right?
I'm alright, I guess, but not as much as how I used to be.
What?
I had heart surgery 2 years ago. I'm not sick anymore, but I'm not able to move around freely now. I probably won't be able to get married, which means that I'll probably just have to spend the rest of my life here at home.
I asked her where she was and got on a Shinkansen as soon as possible. I was there in 1.5 hours. Is there anything I can do? You're the one who was always helping me until now.
You don't need to worry about repaying me or anything. I knew that you were a kind person from the start, which is why I supported you back then. Just knowing you feel that way is enough.
Rely on me more. You always treated me like a child. I'm an adult already, so you can rely on me.
What? fair to me. If I become indebted to you, I'll lose my dignity as your older sister.
Then be my wife. It'll be fine then, right? There aren't any debts between husband and wife.
Huh?
I always liked you. But since I was always just relying on you for help, I felt like I didn't deserve to actually say it. Please, be my wife and live a long and happy life. All you do is wait for me at home. I talked to Yuria's parents. I promise I'll take care of her. Please let me marry her.
Atsushi. But my daughter can't move around much anymore. There are going to be all sorts of inconveniences. She might become a burden for you.
She helped me when I needed help the most. It's thanks to her that I am who I am now. Please.
I see. What about you, Yuria? Do you want to live with him despite knowing you might cause him trouble from now? Yes, I do.
I received her parents' permission and stayed at their house that night. The next day, I received a letter of reference from her clinic and brought her back. My mom was really happy when she heard the news. I don't understand why all of you are going along with this bum who never thinks before acting. I can only see this ship sinking in the future. I don't mind if it sinks. Every day this past 2 years and a half has been really fun working with Atsushi. It's also the first time in my life I've ever worked this hard. Even if we sink someday, it won't have been a waste. If they start sinking, I'll be there to help them. I'll be by Atsushi's side even after the ship sinks.
Atsushi's surrounded by good people.
After that, Asami stopped visiting our store, which made me curious as to whether something had happened. Apparently, business isn't going well at his cram school. What? Really?
Yeah, I heard that the staff always quit before long. My son had a classmate who went there, but apparently since the teachers never last long, the students aren't able to focus on their studies, and also quit.
Well, I can see why his staff would want to quit.
I'm back.
Welcome back! I went shopping with mother-in-law on the way home from the clinic. I always wanted a daughter.
I'm gonna do my best for the people around me and make sure that this ship never sinks.
Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Make sure to subscribe and click the bell for notifications.